Let me say something controversial. Most pharmacovigilance resume deserve to be rejected. Not because candidates are bad, but because their resumes looks exactly the same. I have reviewed hundreds of PV resumes and I can predict rejection in 5 seconds. In this video, I'll show you the 7 mistakes that are silently killing your chances and how to fix them. Mistake number 1, you have copy paste resume. Let's start with the biggest problem. Everyone writes knowledge of ICSRs, Medra, Argus. So what? The HR sees this in 100 times a day. How to fix it? Instead of saying what you know, show what you have done. Example, processed 20 mock ICSRs with narrative writing and coding. Moving on, mistake number 2, trainings without proof. Your resume says completed PV training, but in reality, this means nothing without evidence. How to fix it? You have to add case samples, narrative writing, coding practices, any project work that you have done. Or you can create your own portfolio like we do in other IT sectors, field jobs like SAS. You have proof which proves your credibility. The next mistake that we find in many resumes are no ATS keywords. Here's something most people ignore. Your resume might not even reach a human. How to fix it? You have to match the keywords from job descriptions, such as case processing, seriousness assessment, expectedness, and meta coding. You can match all the keywords from the job description that was given by the employer. Moving on to mistake number 4. The most common mistake that I have always seen in many resume, that is weak summary. Your summary is boring. You mentioned looking for an opportunity. That tells nothing. Like how to fix it? You have to write something. Pharmacovigilance fresher with hands-on experience in case processing, narrative writing, or meta coding. This is how you can improve your summary in your resume. Moving on to mistake number 5, you have unstructured resume. A messy looking resume is equal to instant rejection. If HR or recruiter fails to read or struggles to read, they won't try. Like I have mentioned this earlier as well, make a clean looking document, follow a template, follow a sectional template like summary, skills, tools, experiences. Mistake number 6, no differentiation. Why should they choose you? If your resume doesn't answer this, you will be rejected. So, to stand out from the other resume or applications, you have to add unique projects, mock case portfolios, and real world simulation. That is the present day scenario calling. Without these, your resume don't stand a chance. Moving on to the mistake number 7, that is no results or no impact. You have listed your skills, but you show no outcome. How to fix this? You have to add numbers wherever possible. I have mentioned this in previous session videos as well. Add numbers like you have completed 25 mock cases or practiced 10 narrative reports. Numbers are equal to trust. You have to understand this. Your resume is not just a document, it is your first interview. If your resume is fixed, but you still fail interviews, then watch the next video in this series where I'll break down why 90% freshers fail the interviews. And if you want, you can comment resume under the video and I'll review a few and show real feedback in the next video. So stay tuned for the next video where we'll explore why 90% freshers fail the interviews.